You can turn this program around real quick. And forget Colorado. We're going to be looking to Delaware State.
Okay. I hear that you call into the sports radio stations, right? Not as the governor, though. You did it like
the fake name.
Yeah, you did like the Kevin Durant, like the burner, right? Can we hear about this story?
Birds got to get out quickly. They got to give the ball to Saquon. They got to hit A.J. Brown. They got to get off quickly.
I hope we don't have no interactions where you got to argue with this dude because I don't think you're going to be able to win. I know you at a high position, but this dude right here, he's not wrong at nothing he does in life.
You should run for office if you want. I mean, don't run against me, but you should run for office.
Don't run against
Make sure your voice is heard, pal. LaShawn, if you need me, I'll be on the sidelines with Coach D-Jax helping him out with his offense, okay? So you can find me down in Delaware State. That's where I'll be.
Yeah, okay. 4-0 when I touch down. Got a whole series on lockdown. If they looking for me, tell them pipe down. We up to the test. You want hit with the best. We had direct take. Let's go.
All right, football fans, things are getting real. Whether your team has made it to the conference championship or not, there's still plenty of ways to enjoy the games. You can get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after you bet just $5. That's it, just $5. Don't let this slip away. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using our promo code 2510. The crown is yours. And don't forget to stay in on the action. Use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings got you covered. Bet live on in-process games right as they're happening, making watching the game that much more exciting. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. The new customers, use my promo code. That's right, my promo code, 2510, and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code 2510, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
This episode of 2510 is presented by the GOAT of delivery service, DoorDash. Your door to more. Download right now the DoorDash app and order your game day favorites. I'm talking about that good mac and cheese, that yams, that collard greens, with a little bit of that fried chicken, baby. DoorDash, man. Go download it right now, man. 2510, man. I'm D-Jack. We out.
What's up, what's up, what's up? We're back for another episode of 2510. Myself, Shady McCoy, and my good friend. I can't even call him D-Jack or DeSean. I got to call him Coach Jackson. But today it's not about us. We got a great, great guest. It's a little different guest than we normally have, right?
Yeah.
You talk about a super crazy Eagle fan, right? A sports fan.
Fanatic.
That frequently calls into a lot of the Philly radio stations to talk a little sports, on both football, basketball, baseball.
Yes, sir.
And also, but he leads this great state of Pennsylvania. Governor Shapiro, what's up, my good brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing great. It is so cool to be with you guys. So thanks for having me on, and congrats on all your success. Let's talk some birds. Let's talk whatever you want to talk about.
You know what's funny, though? DeSean, we're great friends, but he don't know this. Before I was ever an all-decade running back, you know, my dreams was to be a president. Nobody knows that. And I debate all the time in the locker room. So you can see that, right?
He is a debater. He ain't never wrong.
So when you came on, I was excited because I wanted to be in your seat, you know, so it works out a little different.
This dude right here, not to cut you off, Gov, this dude right here, I hope we don't have no interactions where you got to argue with this dude because I don't think you're going to be able to win. I know you at a high position, but this dude right here, he's not wrong at nothing he does in life. So go ahead.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I love a good debate, but I'll tell you, I mean, you grew up, LaShawn, you grew up in the shadow of our state capitol here in Harrisburg.
Right.
So
that's right.
So that's where I work every day. Anytime you want to come, check it out. We'd love to have you, and you should run for office if you want. I mean, don't run against me, but you should run for office.
Don't run against
Make sure your voice is heard, pal.
I got so real quick before we get into this, dive into this deep interview with you.
Yeah.
When I heard you was coming on, I got super excited. Now, Mary Williams in Harrisburg is she's our mayor, and we're super tight. We're doing a lot of different affordables. We're gonna talk about that later in housing. But a couple of people I want to ask you about, and before I ask you, I want to show you this picture and to see if you know them. Okay. All right, because everybody says they know somebody too. Okay, can we show the first picture, please? Brian Hudson. Do you know who Brian Hudson is?
I do. Brian is a good man, did great work working for the Commonwealth on affordable housing. And in fact, after I got elected governor, I
Okay.
appointed Brian to help lead my transition to focus on housing and economic development. So Brian's a really good guy.
Yep. So I work with him with affordable housing, right? And then
Yep.
a young lady named Teresa Jones. You know who that is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great.
Okay,
You surround yourself with great people.
So before we interview, I had to make sure the governor knew that a lot of people that I know knew him.
So,
though,
so your people that you know, just so we could clarify, they ain't just throwing names out and acting like they somebody. You co-sign for them, you know who they are. They not just people that saying, "No, I know this and know that."
Right. No, and look, LaShawn's done some really important work on housing in the Harrisburg area. That's been a passion of mine to try and expand affordable housing across Pennsylvania, to try and make sure we've got housing for communities that are in need, particularly returning citizens. That's been a real focus of our work as well. I've increased our state budget really significantly to help support the construction of housing and the affordability of housing, whether it's seniors getting a tax cut so they could stay in their homes, or first-time families trying to afford that home or stay in their home. We've worked really hard on that. I also spent my career before I was governor as Attorney General, holding the big, powerful folks accountable when they did wrong. And in fact, one of the biggest cases I brought was against banks who engaged in redlining, which is like literally drawing a red line around a certain place on the map and saying people who are African American, people who are this or that or the other thing can't live here. We're going to steer them away from living here. We uncovered that redlining that was going on, not in Harrisburg, but in the city of Philadelphia, and shine a light on. So we're trying to come at housing in all different sorts of ways and help people be able to put a roof over their head.
Well, I was going to wait to talk like that part of everything, but since you brought it up, we could talk that first, and then we'll get into the whole
Whatever
sports
you
thing.
guys want.
Right.
Your
Okay,
show.
now, since you started off, so real quick, so I'm doing a lot of things in Harrisburg, right? Aaron Donald, another Pennsylvania guy, right? So real quick before I get into that, DeSean Jackson is from Pittsburgh. So there's a whole Pennsylvania conversation anyway.
You saying what? You believe?
Oh, he knew that. He knew that.
No, he don't know. He don't know. You just saying yeah. What are you saying yeah for, Gov? Come on, what you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you're a Yinzer. You consider yourself to be a Yinzer?
I mean, my parents are, my parents
No, he's
are
from Pittsburgh.
No, my parents are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They're from the Hill District, but I was born in California. But my roots are Philadelphia. I mean, not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yes, Pittsburgh.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
So I was in the Hill District last week. That's a great community.
Man, it's a great community.
We team up in
sure.
Pittsburgh, and we're doing some affordables and some market rates, right? And now coming to Harrisburg, I'm doing my own thing over there, and then in Philadelphia, Fletcher Cox and other couple Eagles, we're trying to do the same thing, uplift the communities and et cetera. I would love, if it's possible, right? If you come to some of the Harrisburg sites, we got two big projects, $20 million each. We're doing affordables. So the opening, I would love for you to come. That would be great. And to see the different things we're doing, and maybe we could kind of reach out, because I'm trying to do something big where ball players, we looked at as these glorified players, right? But what's the purpose? If you're not coming back to your communities, uplifting them and building them. So I would love to connect there. And I know you're big in that market. So that would be phenomenal if we could work that out.
I'd love that. Look, I mean, the fact that you're willing to use the power of your person, right, which you worked your ass off to build, right, to be a great athlete, but then to use the power of person to actually put a roof over somebody's head, to create an affordable option for them, I really admire that. And so, yeah, of course, I'd love to be there with you. And one of the things, I'm not sure if you rely on this for this particular project, but I know you know about the housing tax credits, the FAIR funding, and Coach, that's money that's basically used to offset the cost of building, constructing these houses so that you can lower rents so folks can live there who otherwise couldn't afford market rate housing. When I took office, the Commonwealth put about $30 million into those tax credits. On my watch, we're increasing that to $100 million, which is going to increase our capacity to do more of these projects. So I'd love to come out and check out your project, see how it's going, and see where we can keep doing more and more of these, because they're really, really important in our community.
Yeah, so we can definitely connect. We'll probably definitely connect for sure.
Great.
That's dope. Keep going. I like
No, because
I mean,
I could do this all day. And
Nah.
DJ, we always talk about
I can wait on my questions, y'all. This right here is important. Go ahead.
LaShawn, if you need me, I'll be on the sidelines with Coach D-Jax helping him out with his offense, okay? So you can find me down in Delaware State. That's where I'll be.
Now, listen. I'm trying to convince him, right, to put me as the offense coordinator. You know what I mean? But it's like a hard bargain with this guy.
Man, Shady McCoy, man, he talked the game, but he ain't leaving Fox right now. Fox paying him too good. I can't compete with that salary he getting over there at Fox right now.
I want to get into this real quick since we talked enough about the housing, right? We're going to connect on the other side once we're done with the interview. But where's this football passion come from? Because most governors, politicians, they don't really know ball like that. And I heard something you said. You said the Eagles don't really throw the ball over the middle. And me and A.J. Brown are super tight. And if you really watch the games, they don't.
Right.
How'd you know that, though? I want to know how you really knew that. Because you got a lot of stuff you got to do on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I do have a lot of stuff I do on a day-to-day basis, but I love sports. I've never given up on my love of sports. And I got to tell you guys, for me, it's a way to kind of turn my brain to focusing on something else. And so that mentally is just important when you're in jobs like this. And when I watch the game, I'm watching as a fan, but I'm also watching, not that I could do better than the coaches or the players, but I'm watching to see, hey, what could I do different? What would I suggest? What's going on out there? And you've got unbelievable deep threats in A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. The unique thing about A.J. Brown, who's unbelievable, is he's got that strength to go over the middle, to catch that 8-yard pass, to take a hit, and then to keep going for another 12, 15, whatever, 20 yards. And I just haven't felt like they've been using him effectively like that. Now, it's easy for me to say. I'm a backseat driver on this.
You're right, though. You're right.
That's just something I've noticed. And, we've got the best offensive line in the NFL. They opened things up for Saquon, who's like lights out. He's playing unbelievable. But he's also, that offensive line has given Jalen that extra second that allows someone like A.J. Brown to get where he needs to go in the center of the field, or allow someone like Devonta to streak down the field, D-Jack style, and be able to catch a deep ball. And I just don't know that we're doing that as effective as we should, given all the weapons we have. That's my take.
I like it. So I want to dive back a little bit, man, to, obviously your childhood growing up. Did you ever envision yourself to be in this seat you're in today? And just talk about your background in, politics and just, your road. I just want to kind of hear when you grew up as being a little kid, like, did you ever envision you would be in this position today?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't know that I did. I don't know that even 10 years ago I saw this. So let me tell you, I grew up just outside Philly in a comfortable middle-class home. My mom was a school teacher in Philly. And then stayed home to raise me and my siblings. And my dad was the local baby doctor, the local pediatrician in the community. And I grew up comfortable, right? So I don't want to suggest otherwise. And I grew up with a good quality education, great opportunity. I also grew up in a home that was really centered around our faith. And my faith teaches me about service to others. And I don't care what faith you are, and I'm certainly not here to preach at you, but my faith was really instrumental in driving me towards serving others. And to be honest with you, the examples I had was my mom as a teacher, my dad as a doctor, and I thought, you know what? Doctors help people. They cure people, especially kids, right? And I kind of thought I wanted to be that. At the same time, I was playing basketball in high school. I was pretty good, even though I'm a short Jewish guy. I was pretty good. And I went to a D3 school where I thought I had a really good chance to be a walk-on. Freshman year, I had been through all the practices, all the preseason, whatever. We're coming up on the end of preseason, getting ready now for the regular season. And that day, 3 things happened to me. Coach called me in his office and cut me from the team, number 1.
Oh.
Number 2, Shady, I flunked out of pre-med, right? The classes I needed to become a doctor. And I thought, man, my life is over, right? I'm not going to be this NBA, I'm not going to be in the NBA. I'm not going to, be a doctor. And that night, someone knocked on my dorm room door and said, hey, we need somebody to run for student government. I'm like, student government? I got no interest in that.
Right.
I ended up running. I won. The guy said, "You should run. You got nothing else going on in your life." I share that story with you because out of failure, I found purpose. And as I look back on it, it's actually not very different than how I started out. My goal when I started out was to be in a profession where I could help other people. And now I'm in that profession. Right. And once I got into politics, I certainly didn't get into it thinking, oh, I want to be governor one day. Yeah. What you do is every step of the way, you want to serve others and you want to serve more people and you want to serve on a bigger stage, right? And, like you guys, when the game was on the line, I want the ball in my hands all the time because I believe like I've got ideas that are going to help make people's lives better. I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I stand for, but I want that ball. I want to run with it. And so it's kind of evolved for me. So no, I didn't imagine I'd be sitting here as governor, but as I look back on my life, both the failures and the successes, it all really comes back to how I was raised. Serve others in your community, do good around you, and have purpose in your life.
I love it, man. Got a lot of similarities in myself. So fast forward a little bit, or no, to rewind a little bit, I want to go back like a month ago. Obviously, it's my second year retiring from the NFL after 15 years. Feel like I had a hell of a career, and I started coaching football in 2023. And my older brother was the head coach of the high school. He's like, I want to bring you along. I want you to coach. I think you'll be a hell of a coach. I'm like, bet, sign me up. Let's get it. It rejuvenated me. It gave me another passion for all the years of catching them touchdowns and me clowning on these people, turning around. And everything I ever did, that was gone after I stopped playing. So when I start back coaching, it gave me that void that I missed from playing football. So now to hear you talk about it, Delaware State head coaching football position just fell in my lap, and I wasn't even looking for it. I'm like, no, I don't want to coach college. Like, I'm enjoying high school. I'm having fun. I know college is a lot of time. Obviously, it's not as much time as your job takes, but
it's a lot.
It's tough. So I love to say, so from envision this. So a young guy growing up, obviously, like you said, you got kicked off the Division III. You was point guard? I would assume you was probably point guard.
Yeah, can you tell by my height? Yeah, I was a point guard.
I know he shot the ball a lot. Steve Kerr?
Yeah, man. No, I was quick back then. So
okay, quick. John Stockton.
Yeah, I could dribble and dish. And the game was slow in my head, and I was quick. My problem now as a 51-year-old guy is the game is slow in my head, but I'm slow as shit now, so I can't actually get up and down the court.
Let me say this, though. Can I compare you to like a Jason Williams? A1 style? You got them handle?
Jay Will?
I don't know. He's really good. I'm not trying. Yeah.
I'm giving you too much credit. All right, my bad. Hey, no, but so let's talk about your sports background. Obviously, Philadelphia Eagles going crazy right now.
Yep.
You was born in KC, correct?
Mm-hmm. I was, yeah. My dad was wrapping up his school. I actually only lived there for about a year of my life, and then we moved back east. Yeah.
So gets into my point a little bit. Obviously, Philadelphia, Coach Reed was in Philadelphia all them years. Obviously, he's in Kansas City now. We lost to them in the Super Bowl a few years ago, even though I know it's a love-hate thing. Talk to us about the Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, you're the governor of Philadelphia, so I know you got to go that way. But let's talk a little bit about the KC Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Let's hear your insight on this sports stuff, man. Come on.
Well, first off, I mean, I think the Bills have their hands full with Kansas City. Kansas City knows how to win. They're so well coached. I've got so much respect for Andy Reid. And as much as you hate Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he's really, really good. And he just finds a way to win. And so I think you gotta consider them the favorite coming out of the AFC. And I think the Birds, notwithstanding the fact that the Commanders are playing with house money right now and they're loose and Jaden Daniels is pretty amazing, you could see a rematch there. And obviously my loyalty has always been with the Birds. I didn't grow up a KC fan, but I do respect what Andy has done for that franchise. It's very, very impressive what they've built. It truly is. It truly is.
I like what you said earlier about this to A.J. Brown, right? And I was thinking, because I'm on Fox, right, the facility, and you got to be very you got to watch what you say sometimes, right? Because my background's the Eagles, obviously, right? But I said something between the lines of like, I look at Lamar Jackson. He got a 19-yard rusher in the backfield, right? And the reason why he's throwing the ball so well this year, right? Obviously, he's a really good player, but
He's
when you
great.
run the ball that well, everybody's with play action, everybody's in a box, right? And when I heard you say that you want to see A.J. Brown over the middle more, right? I was like,
Yeah.
man, I get what he's saying. But when
Yeah.
you say that, sometimes they're like, oh, well, Jalen Hurts is playing well. He's not turning the ball over. But I'm just thinking, if we did throw the ball a little bit more, how the heck can you even guard us? Because Saquon is the best player in the league right now.
Yeah.
And then we throwing the ball officially with the players with A.J. Brown and Devontae. How do you go by that, being the governor of Pennsylvania, right, being an Eagle fan, right, of watching what you say but actually watching the game and knowing what you see?
Yeah. Look, I just think in any position, whether you're on Fox offering commentary or you're the governor, I just think people appreciate when you're being genuine and authentic with them. And so I share my thoughts. I tell people what I think. And by the way, I'm also not afraid if they disagree with me to argue that out, whether it's on sports or politics or policy or what have you. And I think as long as folks are respectful to one another, that's how you get better, is when your ideas get challenged and when you have the opportunity to talk through things. And I take that very seriously in my work as governor when I'm engaging with folks. And I take it seriously with sports too. I mean, just to bring it back to the Birds, you think about this for a minute, right? You've got the ability on any drive to hand the ball off to Saquon, and he's going to get you positive yards.
That's
and
right.
By the way, probably a lot of positive yards. You got the best offensive line in the NFL.
And football. Mm-hmm.
And you've got the ability to send Devonta Smith down the sidelines quick as hell, and you hit him with a couple long bombs like that, that opens up the middle. You can send Goddard over the middle. He's been banged up this season, but he's pretty tough. You send him over for 4 or 5 yards. Then all of a sudden that 8, 10, 11, 12, 15-yard gain behind Goddard, to me, that's where A.J. Brown is so damn dangerous. And I guess I just feel like we could be doing more of that. We could be getting the ball to him a little bit more. Now, listen, I don't want to – I mean, Eagles keep winning, right? They're in the NFC Championship.
Win.
They definitely do not need my advice, but that's just kind of how I see it, you know, as a guy sitting in the back seat, being a backseat driver here.
Well, no, you spot on. I mean, what you're saying is that's how I see it. I watched actually the tape, you know, because a fan, but also for my job.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you this because it's intriguing for me to know. This I know you love the game so much.
Yeah.
I hear that you call into the sports radio stations, right? Not as the governor, though. You did it like
What's
the Kevin
the fake name?
Yeah, you did like the Kevin Durant, like the burner, right? Can we hear about this story? Please, though.
Oh, man. I like to call in as Josh from Juniata, not because I'm not trying to hide, man. I'm just
Shout out to Juniata is funny though.
I just
You
want
know
to
his
talk
call
about
getting right through though.
Yeah, I just want to talk about sports, and inevitably they'll be like, "Hey, Gov, while we got you, let us ask you about this issue of the day or that," which is fine. I get it, right? Like I'm happy to talk about that too, but I'm just a sports fan. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy being able to talk about how great the Eagles are doing and lament the fact that the Sixers just suck right now, unfortunately. So, like, I like to, I can sort of talk on both sides of this, the highs and the lows, and I'm just a big sports fan. I love it.
You want to ask him that about them Sixers?
So I wanna get your prediction for this weekend coming up, but before that, I want to go back and revisit a little bit from 2 weeks ago when I met you at the game. I had a chance to meet his family. Obviously,
Oh, nice.
It was got a
With
good,
Wallow.
with Wallow, but just to see your kids and just to see the love that you get and you receive. So we was in the suite. It was me, Gilly, and Wallow. And Gilly the kid is a crazy Eagle fan. We all know how crazy Gilly is about his Eagles.
Right.
So we had a chance. They said we got to go meet Gov, right? So I'm like, we about to go meet Gov. It's in the middle of like the Eagles playing.
Game, okay.
Gilly was like, man, where we going? Where we going? He got mad that Wallow was excited to go see Gov because he's like, no, I need to go see the Gov, man. He looked out for me. He helped me get out of my situation. We got to go see him. And when we pulled up, man, it was just like just to see the love you get, man,
That's
in
dope.
Philadelphia, man. And, I thought I was big. We ain't got nothing.
Right.
We thought we
it.
big.
You the governor, huh? You know what I mean?
No,
Come
but
on.
honestly, man, I want to just commend you and take my hat off to you, man, for the work you do in the community and for that state, man. Obviously, Philadelphia is like a second home for me. It's done some numerous and tremendous things for me. So I want to tell you I appreciate the work you do, man. It means a lot from people that are unfortunate to have, certain situations. So we see the tax cuts, the senior citizen, we see all that stuff, man. So I just want to let you know, man, we appreciate you.
That means a lot, man. I just want every child of God to get a great education. I want them to have safe streets to walk down. I want them to have a job, an economic opportunity in the community they love, a roof over their head, access to quality health care. I mean, like the basic common sense stuff. That's what I'm working on every day.
Man, we salute you, man.
I appreciate that. And you know what I wanted to ask? I wanted to ask you a question that day, but now that I got you,
come on, shoot it. Let's go.
When I watched you play, you were not only a great talent, obviously both of you guys.
Yes, sir.
But both of you, Coach, I want to focus on you for a sec. You always struck me as not just being a talented player, but a smart player. Like you could see stuff evolving and put yourself in that seam to be open for the pass.
Yes,
and when they put the pass there, you obviously caught it. You got great talent.
Yes, sir.
That smarts that you had on the field, is that the smarts that you rely on as a coach? Or is it a completely different mindset when you're trying to, shape these young men and coach them as a coach? You see what I'm asking? Like, is it 100%? Like, how do you do that?
100%. Great question. So I think for me, all those years of me playing football and the way I was able to exceed expectations and put myself in uncomfortable situations all goes back to like my childhood, my upbringing, the things I saw. And, for me, I was always behind the 8 ball. Like, I don't think people really understood the odds that faced me, the adversity, being a young black kid that grew up in Los Angeles, California, where, me seeing one of my close friends get killed in front of my face, bleed out, die, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of situations, drug abuse, violence. Like, I mean, that was that endurance I seen as a young kid kind of put a wall up on me. And I knew, like, I'm around that, but that's not what I want to do. And for me, I had a father, I had a family that pushed me. They surrounded people around me to kind of help push me to the level I've made it to. But I just think just being in situations where not being comfortable, not being content. And like one thing for me that always helped me throughout my career was I was a visionary. Like I dreamed before, like the night before games, I would go to sleep and envision myself making a big play, scoring a big touchdown. So when that moment happens, that moment is like it's not too big. I already played it out in my head. So I think, like you said, that now on this side of it, coaching, being in unfamiliar situations too, like that's when I do best. Put me in an uncomfortable situation, throw me in the woods, throw me in the lion.
Figure it out.
It's like I'm like an animal in the jungle. Like I'm gonna figure it out regardless. And yeah, I haven't coached at this level. I don't care about none of that. No shoe is too big for me to fill. So I just feel like in this endeavor, in this chapter of my life, I mean, just have the same mentality. It's that Kobe mentality, that Mamba mentality, and you know, like Michael Vick, Kobe, and AI is people I looked up to. I took a little piece of my game and all of their games and made DeSean Jackson. So that's what you get.
That's very cool.
Hey, Governor, can you believe the Chip Kelly got rid of a mind like that?
It's incredible. Chip Kelly, that was a terrible era for us. By the way, I love that you cited those 3 guys because one of the threads through all 3 of them, and there were others too. MJ is certainly on that list.
Sure.
MJ's definitely on there.
They wanted the ball all the time, and they want to kill you every time they got the ball. Yeah. And it's interesting as a guy who grew up in that era with you guys and others who had that. Yes, you can now spot a whole lot of folks, whether it's in the NBA or elsewhere, where they have this unbelievable talent. And DeSean, by the way, maybe more talent, raw talent than you or one of those guys have, but they don't have that mentality. They just want to murder you every time they get the ball.
That's right.
And you can't teach that. Now, hopefully as coach, you'll be able to like infuse that mentality.
You got to pull it out of them. Yeah, you got to pull it out of them for sure. And I think that's some of the best coaches that I've been coached. Some of the best coaches I've been coached by, and I'm sure Shady can say that too, like Andy Reid.
Andy's like that.
Sean McVay, I've been coached by some guys where they know how to pull that inner you out of you. Like, you might not know what's your why or what makes you, but once you find that out, like, I mean, it's night and day.
Yeah, and he gets you going. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Governor, before you roll, man,
we got to get the prediction.
I'm going to ask them.
Okay,
before you roll, I got 2 questions for you. One, right?
And we can't let him off the hook. I got one more after that.
Now, I tend here and there, right? I tend to make a little wager here and there, right? There's a little here and there. Man, Aaron Donald had a big. Aaron Donald had a big bet last week for $50,000. He played for the Rams. I played for the Eagles. We made a $50,000 bet it was charitable purposes though. To his foundation, my foundation,
Yeah.
we won. So I want to ask you,
Way
real
to clear
quick,
that up, Shady. Good job.
charitable.
He's smart. This the new smart one. See, the younger one, I don't know if you would have said that.
Well, I've been smart for years. Anyway, I want to ask you this. So I need your prediction though, right, on both games, and be honest, and then I want your dream Super Bowl prediction.
Okay.
Here you go.
I got the Birds 24-20 over the Commanders.
Close game.
I think the Birds got to get out quickly. They got to give the ball to Saquon. They got to hit A.J. Brown. They got to get off quickly because what I worry about in this game is the Commanders are playing with house money. They're loose as hell. Jaden Daniels is loose. We know they know how to win games at the end. They've proven that all season. I do not want to let them get off to a hot start and continue their momentum. We got to score on that opening drive, and we've got to come out. We got to punch them hard on defense and get to Jaden Daniels quick. I think if we can do that and set that tone early in the first quarter, I got the Birds 24-20. On the other side, and I want to hear what you guys think, on the other side in the AFC game, I mean, I kind of dream of the game we had, what was that, 2 years ago or something?
2 years ago, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
We were supposed to win.
I actually think the Chiefs are just a better team than the Bills right now. And I would not be surprised if the Chiefs, they win by 10 points, a couple touchdowns, something like that.
Ooh, 10 points. Okay.
So I could see the Chiefs actually winning pretty good. And then we got a rematch of the Super Bowl coming up here on February 9th.
Oh, well, that's it?
I like it.
We got to hear that prediction.
I like it. So okay, the prediction of the Super Bowl.
Eagles, Chiefs.
Eagles, Chiefs. Who you taking?
Oh,
You know who he gonna
course
take.
the Eagles.
Come on, man. Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, Shady.
Okay.
Gotta know he taking the Eagles.
What about you guys? What are your picks this weekend?
I'm gonna let Shady go first.
I think the score is going to be I think the Eagles win against the Commanders. I think it's going to be scoring, though. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. If you watch just the Commanders, the way they've been playing, they're super confident. And at one time, like when you're the underdog, right, and they count you out, and you win twice on the road, and your rookie ain't playing like no rookie, he going to put some points up. So I think we might win that game 30-35. I think we get going. I think it's a bad defense with the Commanders, right?
Yeah.
I think we control the game with Saquon, obviously, right? And I think Jalen Hurts throws some passes that we're not thinking. And A.J. Brown gets involved. I've been talking to him.
He said,
you
"Good." You can
yeah,
tell
right. Yeah, but he knows
he would
though.
be like a passing guy. You want to see?
He knows,
passing.
though.
He's like Brandon cool, but he's like, I want to see Jalen throw that thing.
Yeah.
Now,
throw the damn ball.
I think the Chiefs game's gonna be interesting though because it's hard to see anybody beating them, right? And even at their worst, they win. At their best, they win.
Yeah.
Coach very well. Obviously, you got Mahomes. I think that game, and Josh Allen's phenomenal, by the way.
He's really good. Yeah.
17-21, Chiefs.
Who?
Right.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the Super Bowl,
He ain't going against Mahomes. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
just hear me out, because listen, the one thing I like about you honest and authentic. That's who I am. I can't just say Eagles gonna beat the Chiefs like that. I can't say that. What I'm gonna say is, all right, I think we have the best matchup to beat them. But the Chiefs, I gotta see it. It's like Jason. You ever think Jason's dead, and then the next movie comes out? It's like I thought they killed him.
I know.
You gotta kill the Chiefs. You gotta kill the Chiefs.
Figure out a way. You gotta kill the Chiefs. By the way, it's like you know what I feel like with the Chiefs? You remember all those years in the NBA where it was like Sixers, Lakers, Celtics, one had to kill the other to get above, and then for a number of years MJ couldn't quite climb the ladder. Then he got through.
Eventually,
So like I kind of feel like you've got to be able to do that with the Chiefs, but we have a great defense and we've got an amazing offensive line, and that's what you need to win big games in a single elimination tournament. That's what you need.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nice.
By
And
the
sweet,
way,
Governor.
before you go, D-Jax, when I say throw the ball, okay, it doesn't mean that you can't throw the ball to Saquon Barkley. I got no problem if you want to, like what we did with Keith Byers all those years. Remember, you hit him and for a quick screen pass or something. But like we gotta get Saquon going. I just think that passing game, especially early on, is gonna be important to set the tone. So, didn't mean to interrupt you, Coach. Go ahead.
I love it. I'm always nice and sweet. I'm straight to the point, very direct. I know it's a lot of good football going on this weekend. I ain't gonna get no predictions on all that stuff. I'm gonna go straight to the big boom, bow, boom. I'm gonna give you the uppercut. I'm taking the Eagles all the way, man. Them Eagles fly, man.
Fly, Eagles fly, baby.
Our Eagles is gonna win the Super Bowl, and it's gonna be tough this weekend because at the end of the day, they let teams hang around, and then they kill you at the end. But I'm just going with my Eagles, man. I feel like this the year for us to win, man. Nick Sirianni, Eagles, Big Dom. I think it's going to be Big Dom's fault. The reason why we win the Super Bowl. I said it first here on 2510.
Man, Big Dom,
Big Dom's the man.
I don't totally know what he does, but he's amazing. I was with a couple of the offensive line guys the other day, Jordan Mailato's wonderful, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey. We were giving toys out to kids around Christmas, and there's Big Dom, just like there. I was like, I guess Big Dom's here. Must be important. But guys everywhere, even off
Big Dom the man now.
Yeah, Big Dom the big celebrity, man. Hey, Governor, man, before we let you out of here, man, we got to talk, man. I need some help down there at Delaware State, man. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna lean on you, man. Hopefully we could have some conversations, man. I got to get some. Get some big time players to come, man. They got to trust into how DeSean got them dudes at Jackson State, the Travis Hunters and Shador. So, man, I'm gonna be needing to sit down with you, man, and I love to have you on the sideline. Gonna put you in a Delaware State jacket, make you look good and nice.
And some headsets. Get us some headsets.
Hey, look, because we're gonna be like this on the sideline. We're gonna be, we're gonna be winning a lot of games. We're gonna be turned up.
We're gonna be looking good. By the way, you've got the ability to turn that program around real quick.
Yes, he does.
You're gonna be an incredible coach. You're gonna attract a lot of people. And by the way, in this age of NIL and the transfer portal, you put some dollars together, and you've got the ability to do that. Hopefully, you're going to hire a great GM to help you do that. You can turn this program around real quick. And forget Colorado. We're going to be looking to Delaware State. Is the way to do it.
For sure, man.
I think you can do it.
That.
You can do it.
We're going to call on you.
For sure. I need all the support.
I don't even need a headset. I don't even need a headset.
No.
I'm
You need one.
I'm gonna just give you like a little ear pod. You know, you had a little ear pod to Apple. And,
let him call one play. Let him call one play.
We tapped in, man.
You know what
I
it's going to be?
You, man.
A deep ball down the sideline. That's what I'm going to call.
We know what he
every single time.
We know what you want, man. We gonna surprise a lot of people, man. And I just appreciate you, all the support, everybody coming together, man. It's gonna take everybody. You know what I'm saying? So. And you know you're familiar. It takes everybody to do what you do in your business and your work field. So, just want to let you know from 2510, man, we appreciate you for your time, man. You keep striving for greatness and keep doing great things for the community, man.
Thanks, Governor.
I will, and we're going to be cheering for the Birds Sunday. And Shady, we should go watch a coach in a game this year, and we can kind of Monday morning quarterback him on the sidelines. While
I'm definitely going to the game.
Sure.
I'll see you this weekend at the games, and we're going to link up too. We need you for the state, baby. We building up. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, man.
Guys.
Salute.
All right, Governor.
All right, take care.
All right.
Appreciate you.
See ya.
You know what that sound is? It's the sound of that money hitting your Venmo account. A friend paying you back, or maybe it's getting cash back from your favorite business. When you pay with the Venmo debit card, or it's realizing you could pay with the Venmo at checkout at thousands of your brands you love. Now, there are so many more ways to answer the question, what's your Venmo? Download the Venmo today. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. pursuant to license by MasterCard International Incorporated. DoorDash cashback terms apply. So, Shady, man, what's your take on Ben Johnson, man? Leaving obviously the Lions, man, have some great success. Offensive coordinator. He's the head coach now of the Chicago Bears, man. How would you feel like if, let's say, like somebody like Deuce or somebody that back then who was like assistant head coach, like if he left and went like and got the head coaching job at the Cowboys, like what you feel on that?
I would be extremely happy for him. You know, like Ben Johnson's no secret. Everybody wanted to interview him because he's that good of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You see the things he's done with the Lions. Now you get a quarterback like Caleb Williams, super talented, and that talent around the wide receivers, running backs, he's going to do pretty good over there. But if it was Deuce, I would be happy for him. I mean, like, it's a promotion, right? And one thing about the NFL, there's nobody's there that's permanent, that's concrete. Andy Reid was in Philadelphia for 15 years. The same greatness he is for the Chiefs, he was there for the Eagles. You get what I mean? Nobody has that role where I'm always going to be here. And I always want, players or coaches to elevate. And that's what he did. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I like it. Obviously, Ben Johnson, we've seen the success he's
nice,
had.
Bro.
What he's done with Jared Goff, who was almost like they kicked him out of L.A. They traded him, and then they got Matthew Stafford. And it's crazy because you see his career and elevated almost when he went to the Detroit Lions. And one thing I did see on Ben Johnson when he got the job, I seen it on social media. He walked into the Bears facility, man, and the whole front office was there applauding him. And I mean, it's just integrity, his character, man. I just seen he came in there and he addressed him. He's like, everybody get back to work.
That's what he said?
He like told everybody, like, all right, I appreciate y'all being here, but everybody get back to work. And I could just see how enthusiastic he was. But you know what's crazy? Because in the short few words of what I heard him say, he was like, it's going to take everybody in this office, in this building, to make sure these players. It's all about the players.
That's what it's about.
And coaches that understand, like, it's about the players.
The players
they're going to have the success. And it's going to be tough. He said it. It's going to be tough because they got to win games. And it's going to be hard in Chicago.
And that's a hard division. But you know what I will say, though? So I was there when Sean McDermott, they hired him to be the Bills head coach.
Yep.
And that's what he did, bro. When he got there, everybody's applauding him and everything. And I watched this dude, Sean McDermott, change the whole narrative, change the whole community, change the whole building into a winning culture. His first year, everything he talked about was playoff caliber football, right? He said, this is not just for the players. Right. It's for the lunch lady. It's for the janitors. It's for all these different people. For sure. And we need y'all to have that winning playoff attitude. And you see what they are now, right? So I just love when they when coaches that are really dedicated, they come and change the identity of a team.
I respect that. Let's talk about Mark Andrews, man. It's a narrative
They
going.
doing too much with that, though.
That's what I was going to ask you, because he didn't talk to the media?
Who the media, though? See, the problem is I'm on both sides now. Now I went from, superstar player and all that to now being on the media side. And these people are so hurt and mad that he didn't speak to the media. I'm thinking, like, who's the media?
Right.
As a player, you have obligations. The biggest obligations as priority are I need to address my teammates, my coaches, and the ownership. He lost that game by fumbling the ball and dropping that 2-point conversion. I'm sure he got up after the game and said, yo, I apologize. Because he's a hell of a player.
Right.
And I messed up, this and that and the third. And he apologized to his teammates and all them guys. But to the media?
But
I don't owe y'all nothing?
Well, see, I got to challenge you here, Shady, because you saying who is the media, you in the media.
Yeah, you're right. Well, no, hold up.
I'm just saying your personnel on TV.
No, what am I first, though?
I mean, we can't talk about what you first because we talking about present. Where your feet at right now? You a worker of Fox Sports.
But what I'm saying is, when I give you my takes, right, who's giving you the take is the player LaShawn McCoy.
Right.
Now I'm in the seat of Fox
right.
on the media side.
Got it.
So I'm both.
No, I get it.
It's just like a player that goes from playing a game, now he becomes a coach. You know what they call him? They call him a player's coach. Compared to this a regular coach, it's two different things. Because you can see both sides.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying, but you said who is the media, so I just was trying to understand because you part of the media.
Yeah, so if I say something about a player, right, for example, if I talked about Mark Andrews, he don't owe me no explanation. He don't.
No, I'm saying, but if you was to ask him a question, you don't think like
he don't have to answer me.
You don't got to answer.
Who am I for him to answer?
That's what I'm saying. You LaShawn McCoy, they go to the player.
Like, listen, he might give me a response because he respect me as a player.
Yeah.
But on the media side, he don't have to answer that.
He don't give two flyings about you.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
I would say my perspective on the Mark Andrews, obviously I played with him. I know how much hard work he put in. I look at Mark Andrews as he could be like a top 3 tight end in the league.
Easy.
And the production is there. He's been producing, obviously. So I know for him, I mean, it's tough. I know people look at us and they expect us to be unhuman,
right?
And, just not make no mistakes. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're going to drop a pass here and there. You're going to fumble the ball. You're going to throw an interception. I mean, that's just the nature of the game. But to speak on his character and basically blame, that game on him, okay, yeah, if he would have caught
no. He gets blamed. No, he lost the game for him. We ain't
You ain't doing that.
Bro, he's an all-pro type player. He's like nice.
I get it. So
you fumble the rock and then you drop the 2-point
but okay, so in situations when you done something before that, everything just is on you?
Yeah, that game's on him.
I'm just saying, so in your career, when you fumbled or the times I tried to get mad at you and we lost, say if we lost that game, is that whole game on you?
Listen, man, the game on the line, 2-5 ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
I'm just curious. So as a guy of his nature, do you feel like he took that on his chin, like it's my fault? Like
I think no. I said, I think he addressed his teammates, the people that matter the most, the coaches that matter the most, the ownership that matter the most. I think he addressed them like, yo, that's on me. Right. He wears a C on his chest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't wear C's on their chest.
Right.
And he did. He's a captain for a reason. So I do think that He let them know, but that's the only people that you have to talk to, your family. Now, we'll say this, though. I don't really care much for the media, right? Because, like, y'all cover me. I don't cover y'all.
Right.
But I do think that he should address the fans. And nowadays, you can do that by yourself. You don't need the media.
Right.
Twitter, or what's it called, X, you got social media. You even got TikTok. Hey, I want to apologize for what happened this and the third. He owes the fans that, because the fans, they was paid the salaries, and they are passionate about the game.
Probably get him on 25-10. Maybe give him a chance.
Oh, he ain't answering them for a minute. He hiding out. But I get it. I never been to that point, but I've been there. But he a hell of a player, though. I just hate that the narrative is like so many people in the media is so mad. Like you owe them something. The brother making $14 million a year. If you get fined from the media for not talking to them, it's like $5,000. Take that.
Right. No, I get that. Well, Championship Sunday, man. I know we talked a lot about it. I want to dive in a little bit on the Eagles side, and this is why I want to talk Eagles for a second. Obviously, Jaden Daniels, man. I mean, he's had a hell of a season, man. I think he's going to be the MVP.
Nice.
He's going to be the rookie MVP or the rookie of the year, whatever that may be. They got some guys over there that I'm kind of worried about, man.
Commanders?
I mean, when I say worried, because I know.
Let me write their names.
Just
down.
can I express?
No, I'm about to write the names. So you about to tell me.
I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, Scary Terry, he's not no pushover.
He's nice.
Quinyon just got hurt last week. And I know we got Isaiah that came in and balled.
He plays well.
He balled, but I'm just saying, like the other dude, Brown. What's the dude's receiver number 2? Don't do that. What's his name?
He's cool, bro.
What's his name? De'Ami. Yeah, De'Ami Brown.
He's cool.
He's a baller. He's a baller. I played this position. Don't discredit. He's a baller.
Baller?
Bro, he's a baller.
I think he's a good player. A baller?
He's a baller. So what's the difference between a good player and a baller? Like, I'm curious. I didn't say he's like elite, like great, but I'm saying he's a baller.
Well, maybe you know what it is? Like, our terminology is a little different. You from West Coast, I'm from the East Coast. So you calls me a baller, I'm like, damn, he a baller.
So he's not a baller to you?
So what's AJ, what's Devontae Smith? Is he?
Devontae Smith is like right under elite. Like I feel like he's elite. I ain't gonna say right under elite. I feel like he's a top 10 receiver in the NFL.
I know, but when you say the word baller,
I mean, I'm not gonna put him in that
category. Let's say my man's good because he's a good player.
But okay, but I'm not gonna put De'Ami Brown in the same conversation as a Devontae Smith. But I'm saying like he's like right up under that. He's not too far.
I think I'll just say this. I think Brown's a good player. I watch him. He's a good player. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't know about the baller part.
All right, well,
you know what I mean? But Scary Terry is like that.
Scary Terry. We got Zach Ertz. He knows Philly. We got Zach. He has production. He's been balling. He knows how to get in them zones and sit. Like you know that.
Zach. I love Zach Ertz.
What's Jacoby? What's the dude? The number 17, the linebacker. He's down. He's hurt now.
Oh, Dean.
Yeah, Dean's down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we young there. We got Trotter Jr. And then 53 is a baller. I don't know his name. How you say Bowie or what's
Zach?
His name?
This is Zach.
He's a baller. He's a baller. Can he be a baller? 53?
He's more than a baller. Yeah, he's an all pro.
Oh, so he elite.
He all pro.
Okay,
he's best of his position this year.
My bad. Okay.
And technically, Zach Bond, he definitely should be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. If his name was Bobby Wagner, if his name was Luke Kuechly, he would be Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that name thing goes. Listen.
You ain't catch my drift, though? I see him.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't catch any drift.
So let me ask you a question, because I feel like if we go back to Green Bay, 10-0 all the way up to halftime.
I was nervous.
Yeah, let them stay around.
Yeah, I was nervous.
I mean, even last week a little bit, like it was like they kind of allowed teams to stay around. Then like later on through the game, then they kind of like take off a little bit. But like teams that are kind of a little better, I wouldn't say like great teams, but teams that are a little better, sometimes you can't let teams like hang around. So that's my only concern on the Eagles. Like I just feel like we're not really like knocking teams out how we need to knock them out.
Well, I agree with you though, and I think some of that is I think we play safe. I think it's like all right, Jalen, don't mess the game up, right? Mm-hmm. Play safe, play conservative. We run the ball with one of the best running back in football, Saquon Barkley, with the best offensive line in football. Yep. And let our defense win games. That's what we play. And I don't like the philosophy, but it's working. Mm-hmm. And it's like, why change it if it's not messing up? That's what the governor was basically saying. Yeah. Like you got Devontae Smith and you got AJ Brown, and we squeaking these wins out. That's what the governor was trying to say.
Yeah. So that's my issue.
But real quick, what you said, I just don't. I think. How can I say this? I think Commanders are playing really, really well right now. Mm-hmm. The quarterback is playing better than any quarterback in football right now. But team-wise, I don't think they have enough. Like, even the Packers got really solid defense, right? Quarterback Jordan Love is good. Got some weapons, great running back there, right? I look at the Rams. Say what you want, though. The Rams got talent. The Rams got players. When I watch the Commanders, I don't see the players. I see a quarterback that's elevating the team. You get what I'm saying? Like, the defense ranked like 18th, 19th. Ain't really special. Right. I mean, they beat the Lions. Buccaneers. They did give up 31 points. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not really overly blown away by the team. I am blown away by how a rookie quarterback is elevating the whole bad franchise. Last year, people forget how bad they were. Now they get the number 1, 2 pick. That's how bad they were. Then they get to the league this year, and they in an NFC Championship game. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not scared of them.
But that's why I feel like you need to kind of be somewhat scared because, like the governor said, they are playing with nothing to lose. That's a scary team.
Yeah.
Like fighting somebody that ain't got – you already beat him up a million times. Like, at the end of the day, like, you got more to lose than he got to lose because you already won. You beat him up.
Well, what if I told you that, you lost on the road 36-33 and the backup quarterback played Kenny Pickett, and then we win that game with Devonta Smith drops the ball. Yep. We win that game.
Right.
So I just be thinking about, like, yeah, he is playing well, and he's playing great, Jalen Daniels. I don't see him having enough to beat us. That's all I'm saying.
I just hope they don't let them stick around, man. I hope they on their business. I hope, they playing smooth. But I'm just kind of somewhat worried. I'm still taking them to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying,
Now, I worry about that next game.
Chiefs?
Because you playing team, or the Bills. I would say the Chiefs, though. But, you playing a team that's confident, team that's good, you know what I mean? So, we're going to find out, Jack.
But see, but to wrap up, man, that's what I want to talk about, though, because I feel like I know everybody's high on, obviously, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and I am too, but
gotta be, bro.
I'm somewhat a little worried too. I think this game is going to be a lot closer. I know the governor said they was going to win by like 10 or like
I don't believe that 10. I don't believe that.
I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what people think. I think I think the Bills are going to be in a
Josh Allen.
They're going to be in a chance to win that game.
Man,
listen, it might come down to that, and if that happens, I don't want people I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just saying, if it does.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Andy Reid. I ain't going against that. And Brett Veach and them dudes over there, they got me a championship, so I'm always thankful. But it's like, if I ain't even know them, if I ain't even know the Chiefs, how you go against them? They win every year. Dog, the worst we've ever seen Patrick Mahomes as a starting quarterback is an AFC Championship loss.
What was that?
It's 7 in a row.
To Brady? Who was that?
I don't even know if Brady didn't got that. 7 straight AFC Championship games?
You said the last loss, what you said?
I'm saying the worst we've ever seen Patrick Mahomes in his career as a starter.
Yeah.
He's 7 times straight AFC Championship game he lost. He lost one. That's the last 3 years they've been to.
Who did they lose to? You remember?
The Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how good that is, though? Imagine, being in your career. For example, he just got, I think 15 or 16 wins. Yeah. That's the second most any quarterback. I think the first was for a while.
Oh, you talking about the playoffs?
It was Joe Namath.
Yeah, in playoffs.
Or not Joe Namath. Joe. What's the dude from the Niners?
Joe?
Joe Montana. Joe Montana.
Yeah.
I just think that the Chiefs is the real deal, bro. And it's it's their era right now. Mm-hmm. When Brady was playing, he had all them Super Bowl runs. I think 10 of them, 11 of them. But there was times where maybe this guy got a little championship here. Mm-hmm. Maybe 3 years, he get a little. This is what the Chiefs is. 7 years they've been in the straight AFC Championship games.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
That shit's crazy. So my thing is they don't have to be the best to win because they win like that. And I gotta see them lose. I can't believe it till I actually see them lose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sure, they 15-1 this year.
Yeah, man. So interested to see, man, Championship Sunday, man. Where you gonna be at Championship Sunday?
Oh, man, I'm gonna be on the field in a big warm mink coat on the sideline with my Eagles. Let's go, baby.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I holler at this governor, get with him a little bit.
Oh yeah. So
you know what I mean?
Those freaking flyer miles is up, man. You don't think you need your own private jet as much as you fly?
Hey, man.
Let's go half on one.
Nah, I'm trying. You know what? In 5 years, I'm gonna have a nice jet for myself. Oh, we could be.
Let's go have. We go business partners. Shit,
not right now. I'm doing a lot.
Not right now. We can't do it right now.
I'm trying to build communities up. You know what I mean?
Can we revisit in like 2 years?
$2 million here, $2 million there. Money tight right now, Jack. But look,
that private jet waiting on me, man. We going big time in about 2 to 3 years.
Well, listen. 3 years we gonna link up. You know what I mean?
Man, so there you have it, man. 25-10, man. Exclusive Raw and Cunt, man. I'm your boy, Coach Jack. See, man,
Coach Jack. Yo, real quick, before we go. That's a great name, though. Coach Jackson.
Hey, man.
I changed the name
You
on my
know
phone
what
already.
it is. No, you ain't
It
do that. Don't lie.
Nah,
Hey,
real
look,
talk.
man, he cap. Hey, man, we 6,000 away from 100,000 subscribers, man. Come on, man. Every week we getting better, man. Come on, that's 6. We should be able to hawk that down, man. Go follow, subscribe, like, man. Tap in with us, man. Subscribe to the best podcast out, man. 25-10 for the win, man. Welcome to that, bro. We out that night.
Yeah, okay. I'm 4-0 when I touch down. Got a whole series on lockdown. If they looking for me, tell them pipe down. Look, we up to the test. You want hang with the best. We had direct take. Let's go.